and you're watching Lynxx 24, connecting you to the community.
Hometown News. I'm April Frelke with my co-host Joe Minnie. And Joe, I should thank you. It's Veterans Week.
Yes.
It was 11/11, so thank you for your service. You are a veteran.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to serve.
Yes, glad to have you. So we have a busy show.
Yes.
And some really good information and some things about volunteering and people that are helping other community members. So
yeah, tis the season's coming up, so a lot of giving opportunities coming up.
Yeah, it's kind of like the month of gratitude and then sharing and being together.
Especially with everything. So let's get to it.
Well, the Heartland Cranberry Mall in Toma will be having a holiday craft fair this Saturday, November 14th. And one of the businesses in the mall is Mandy's Café. So please welcome to the program via Zoom, Mandy Bacholl. Mandy, it's so good to have you with Joe and I this evening. Okay, I think do we have you on, Mandy? Our sound, we're checking that.
I think so.
There you are. Now we've got you.
Perfect.
So welcome. Well, Joe's got the first question, so I'm going to hand it over to Joe.
So, hi, Mandy. So your cafe is not the typical cafe. You have many items on your menu with a healthy twist. Can you give some of us some examples of what's on your menu?
Yeah, we do have unique stuff, like our breakfast bowls are geared more towards healthy, a quinoa hash instead of a regular hash brown. We have lots of good, and then we have your normal breakfast as well, but we also have lunch and dinner available. But I think what gives it more of a twist is we don't have deep fryers at all, so we use the convection oven to cook cheese curds, french fries, anything you can imagine like that, so it makes for a healthier meal.
It's kind of like a really large air fryer, right, when you say convection oven for our viewers?
Essentially, yeah.
So, Mandy, what are you going to be featuring at the craft fair?
We are going to be having a kids station set up with being able to make Christmas cookies and decorate them and stuff. And then we are also going to be sampling a whole bunch of different desserts with them available to buy as well there. Our desserts is something that's taken off very well here, and my mom is an excellent baker, so we're going to be doing that. And then she also has a metal business, so she's going to be selling some of her own crafts there as well.
So what kind of other vendors are going to be at this holiday craft fair?
We have a pretty decent, good little variety of stuff. We have few different direct sales reps coming. We have some local crafters like Princess P Designs, Dream Designs. We have Diamond Leather, Valley Leather coming. And then just a whole bunch of different, a little bit of wood, a little bit of metal, a little bit of cups, just a whole bunch of fun gifting ideas for people, so we're excited.
Mandy, what time does the craft fair start then on Sunday? I know it's Saturday, right? November 14th.
Yes, on Saturday. It opens at 9, and then we're going to run it till 6 p.m. And then I know Tap House 20 is doing some free beer and wine samples, and both restaurants here are going to have some specials ran that night, day and night too, for everybody.
And I'm going to ask you a little bit more about the desserts because I love baking and things like that. What is your favorite dessert, or what are some of these, it's getting popular with your cafe? Can you just give us a little hint on some of that?
Sure, yeah. Probably more than anything, just the different pies that she makes. She's an amazing baker. She makes one that it's like a chocolate crumble crust, and then it's with a dark German chocolate, and then she's got like caramel drizzle. It's to die for. I have to stay away from it. But she's done a lot of seasonal stuff lately. She does like a cinnamon roll pie with apple in it, which is amazing. Just lots of different fun stuff.
Well, on a personal note, with the theme of giving, what are your favorite gifts of either giving or receiving?
Oh man, I don't know if I have a favorite one too, but I am that person who loves giving gifts. I love seeing the look on people's faces when they open them. One of those people that really thinks about it before I buy it. I think it's got to be perfect. but like, I don't even know what would be my favorite to give.
Mandy, is there a Facebook page or any other place people could look online just for any other more information on the craft fair?
Yeah, absolutely. I have an event set up on Facebook. It's under Holiday Craft Fair. So there's an event page for it. And then on Mandy's Café Facebook site as well, we've been posting stuff every single day with a lot of information, different vendors that are going to be there and pictures and stuff.
And before we let you go, tell us a little bit about our viewers, a little bit about your cafe hours and things that you're open separately, just on a normal.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. We actually switched our hours when we got to open back up fully. So we are Sunday, Monday, and Tuesdays, we're just open from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. But then Wednesday through Saturday, we are open 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. now. And we actually just added a dinner menu to our menu as well. So it's got stuff like chickens and dumplings, Swedish meatballs, lots of good homemade stuff.
That's good. You're expanding your menu.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Mandy, for coming. And speaking of food, catering for cast and crew has been provided by Marco's Italian and American Grill in Warrens. Great food with a fun and relaxing atmosphere at Marco's. Health Check 360 is next, but first, we want to thank our program sponsors. We'll be right back.
Hometown News is brought to you by Oakdale Credit Union, Hardware Hank in New Lisbon, The Fun Company, Game Room Store, and the Little Cottage Home Decor and more in New Lisbon.
Hardware Hank knows you have projects, lots of important projects, from paint to plumbing, electrical, and yard maintenance. We have the area's largest selection of Milwaukee tools. Hey, it's what the pros use. We even have an in-store chainsaw sharpening service. It's time to build your property's value with Hardware Hank New Lisbon.
You've got a lot more going for you with Hank, Hardware Hank.
The Oakdale Credit Union has spent decades serving Oakdale, Mauston, and Reedsburg. From comprehensive financial services to reliable mortgage loans, we strive to provide unparalleled care.
I like the warm and friendly atmosphere each and every time I come in. The staff is very knowledgeable and truly cares about its members.
Come and learn more about the Oakdale Credit Union, where we treat you like a member of the family.
Relax at Marco's Italian and American Grill in Warrens, Wisconsin.
I'm Dr. Rob Hulbert. I work here at the Warrens Clinic, and I do family practice here at the Warrens Clinic.
Warrens Clinic is conveniently located off Interstate 94 at Warrens and is now offering same-day or next-day appointments. Patients will receive exceptional care for minor illnesses and injuries from our expert staff.
We handle a large variety of different medical conditions here at the clinic, everything from laceration repair to pneumonia or breathing difficulties and other illnesses.
Learn more at tomahealth.org.
You're watching
Connecting you to the community.
For 30 years, Toma Health, Hospice, Touch, and Life Choices Palliative Care has hosted the annual Love and Light program, where residents can remember a loved one during a special program. Due to COVID-19, there will be a change in this year's event. Hospice, Touch, and Life Choices Palliative Care Director Heidi Stalsberg shares information on the Love Light program during this month's edition of Health Check 360. Heidi, great to have you with us.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So Love Light program, there's some changes this year, I take it. So can you let us know what they are?
Absolutely, I'd love to. So due to COVID-19 this year, we need to be safe and still provide that opportunity for everyone to have the opportunity to honor their loved ones that are no longer here with us. And also to provide that support that the service does provide to the community. So we will be having our Love Light ceremony virtually this year. We'll be videotaping it in December, and then it will be broadcast over our social media and our website, tomahealth.org, during the week of December 14th. In years past, we've had 2 ceremonies. We've had a ceremony here in Tomah, and then we've also had a ceremony in Boston. So we will only have 1 ceremony this year. So that's a little bit different than in years past.
So Heidi, then how's that going to work for a person that wants to honor a loved one with a virtual ceremony? Can you walk us through some of that details of that person making that contribution to their loved one that's passed?
Sure. In years past, we've had this ceremony every year, so we still will have the ceremony. During the ceremony, hundreds of names are read out loud, so we will still be reading those names. We will still be having the opportunity to purchase a love light or a string of lights. So we will still be reading those names aloud during this virtual ceremony. So people will still have that opportunity. The love light order forms, like this, will be available on our Tomah Health website at tomahhealth.org and a few other places in town. A Phillips Pharmacy here in Tomah and a few of the area's banks. Bank First, CCF Bank, and the Tomah Area Credit Union. So the order forms, we're asking that the order forms are returned to us by November 23rd, so we have time to prepare our ceremony. And the contribution for a single light is $5, and the string of light is $25.
Okay. And this is like a 30th anniversary of this program, is that right?
Yes.
So why do you think this program has lasted so long?
This program
so
is, it is a very well received program in this community. I think the program is so important to people because it gives people that chance, again, to honor their loved one that's not here anymore. I get to hear my loved one's name read. It brings back that memory, it keeps that alive, and that's very important. People need that kind of closure, when they're dealing with loss, especially around the holidays. It's a tough time of year, and this year is a tough time of year. So we really wanted to still be creative and still provide that opportunity to have this support. And this kind of service supports a lot of people in this community. We really look forward to it. It's a beautiful tree lighting ceremony.
I'm sure it contributes to healing too.
It certainly does.
Where will the tree physically be at then? Is it in the...
It's at the hospital.
It's at the okay,
yep,
so
at Tomah Health.
Okay.
Yes, in one of our classrooms on the first floor.
Okay, and this will be the first year for it to be at the new facility, is that right, as well?
Yes. So this is the first year that we're having it with our new hospital, so we're so excited about that. So that's why we really didn't want to cancel that. It's a kind of a double negative there, but we decided against canceling it because it's an important ceremony. The community looks forward to it, and we're in our new hospital too. So that's where our tree will be, and we'll still have our lighting ceremony, and we'll be able to broadcast that virtually.
So the production of this, the videotaping, is it going to be in a new venue than it's used to seeing, or?
It'll be a venue at the hospital.
Okay.
And if anyone has more information that they need, where would they go for that more information?
Yes. So additional information can be received by contacting our Tomah Health office at Hospice Touch at 608-374-0250. They can always give us a call, or they can look at our website, our Tomah Health website, which is tomahhealth.org, and look for Hospice Touch and Life Choices Palliative Care.
Great, thank you. Thank you for being with us, Heidi.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, up next, what does Hunger and First Weber have in common? Well, the answer in 2 minutes.
I'm Dr. Rob Hulbert. I work here at the Warrens Clinic, and I do family practice here at the Warrens Clinic.
Warrens Clinic is conveniently located off Interstate 94 at Warrens and is now offering same-day or next-day appointments. Patients will receive exceptional care for minor illnesses and injuries from our expert staff.
We handle a large variety of different medical conditions here at the clinic, everything from laceration repair to pneumonia or breathing difficulties and other illnesses.
Learn more at tomahhealth.org.
This hot tub is so relaxing. The stress of the week just melts away.
Hanging out with friends is fun.
And we have so many reasons to get together.
My Traeger grill is the difference between a good
and an amazing barbecue.
Fun Company Game Room Store.
Is where the fun begins. What's the more in the Little Cottage home decor and more? Fashion. Shopping is fun at the Little Cottage. Update your look and discover more at the Little Cottage home decor and more, New Lisbon.
The Oakdale Credit Union has spent decades serving Oakdale, Mauston, and Reedsburg. From comprehensive financial services to reliable mortgage loans, we strive to provide unparalleled care.
I like the warm and friendly atmosphere each and every time I come in. The staff is very knowledgeable and truly cares about its members.
Come and learn more about the Oakdale Credit Union, where we treat you like a member of the family.
You're watching Lynxx 24, connecting you to the community.
Hunger is a real issue for some American families. Roughly 12%, or 41 million people in America, struggle with hunger. They don't have reliable access to food. But there's a real estate office in Toma, First Weber, that is making a difference. And we have Jess Groth and Seth Yarko in studio to share their plan and what's going on with their business. Welcome to the Lynxx.
Yes,
We're excited
welcome.
to have
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
So your office is organizing a food drive.
Yep.
So why don't you tell us all about that?
Okay, so we recognize that there's the holiday train isn't coming to town this year. So
Oh, it's not.
no, so that's
That's
major.
like a big one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't even know that. You're the first one. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, so that
Okay.
impact is going to be detrimental to our food pantry this year. So we thought we would try to help supplement that a little bit and organize a food drive. So for any donations brought in, you get an entry into a drawing, and then after November 21st, we end the food drive and we'll do a drawing for an iPad then for one lucky winner.
So we want to build up for
Yes.
Thanksgiving.
Okay,
Right.
so maybe Seth, details, a little bit about the details, like when do you guys start the food drive? What items are you looking for, or your hours? And
Yeah, we're looking for just about anything. Non-perishables are usually the best for the food pantries in the area. We've already started. We started at the beginning of November.
Okay.
So we're going to run that through. So we've already gotten a lot of donations already and drop-offs from people. A lot of success so far. So we're pretty excited about that. One of the things to kind of piggyback off of what Jess said that we really wanted to get into is, I also sort of work with our Toma community table in our area as well, and being able to work with that and seeing that there's a real need in our community for that, and then knowing that the holiday train wasn't coming, and that's a big drive for areas, not just in Toma, but La Crosse and all those stops for that train.
That route, yeah.
That's a big bringing in source for the food pantries that can really help. So we thought if there's any way that we could really just kind of piggyback off of that and help out in any way, shape, or form, this was a good way to be able to do that.
So is your office the only drop-off location, or is there others?
No, for ours, it's just our office. We're located next to Tractor Supply, right on Superior Avenue.
Daily business hours?
Monday through Friday, generally 8:30 to 4:30.
Okay.
And do you have a website or anything, or a Facebook page if people have more questions or anything like that? Could you give us some details on?
So we have locally, we have a Facebook page. It's First Weber Toma La Crosse area. And then First Weber has a website, but that's more at the corporate level. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so we know that there might be a personal story. Do you have a personal story, or maybe you, Seth, you were talking about like the community sharing supper?
Yeah, so the Toma community table I've started volunteering with at the beginning of the year when COVID hit, and we kind of turned that into sort of a mobile community table to help service our area.
Okay.
So we do that every Monday at Gloria Day Church. So between 4:30 and 5:15, we have a service where a meal is prepared. And we hand that out to our community as they so need, and we do that every single Monday. So that really helped me and us as a team look at that, because we're also donating our services too. On November 23rd, we're kind of putting together like a Thanksgiving meal for our community table, and our office is helping with that as well. So this was a really good way for us to sort of help bring more things in when we saw that there was really a good need in our community. So this is kind of something that hits a little home for me personally too. I kind of grew up in a family that was divorced, and our church had kind of a small food pantry supply service that we relied on to sort of make it through. It was my dad and the four of us. So this is something where I've been able to help. I've been healthy, and it's been a really good service. And so this is something that we just want to try to help and give back to our community.
And I'm sure delivering the meals, you got to go out in the community and see that there was a real need. And I'm sure that was part of the genesis of getting this food drive going.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we noticed that there's a lot of different housing developments in town, whether it's a senior center or low income or things of that. And we've had a lot of people that have come from those that get a lot of meals to distribute for their whole complex. So then we really realized that there's a real big need in our community for this, and not having that holiday train really hurts. We really wanted to bring something in.
Well, thank you for your work. Good luck with the food drive.
Thank you.
And wow, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Amazing work. Well, Encouraging Thoughts is up next. Stay tuned.
What's the more in the little cottage home decor and more? Fashion. Shopping is fun at the little cottage. Update your look and discover more at the Little Cottage Home Decor and More, New Lisbon.
The Oakdale Credit Union has spent decades serving Oakdale, Mauston, and Reedsburg. From comprehensive financial services to reliable mortgage loans, we strive to provide unparalleled care.
I like the warm and friendly atmosphere each and every time I come in. The staff is very knowledgeable and truly cares about its members.
Come and learn more about the Oakdale Credit Union, where we treat you like a member of the family.
Hardware Hank knows you have projects, lots of important projects, from paint to plumbing, electrical, and yard maintenance. We have the area's largest selection of Milwaukee tools. Hey, it's what the pros use. We even have an in-store chainsaw sharpening service. It's time to build your property's value with Hardware Hank New Lisbon.
You've got a lot more going for you with Hank, Hardware Hank.
This hot tub is so relaxing. The stress of the week just melts away.
Hanging out with friends is fun.
And we have so many reasons to get together.
My Traeger grill is the difference between a good
and an amazing barbecue.
The Fun Company Game Room Store
is where the fun begins.
You are watching Lynxx 24, connecting you to your community.
On this Encouraging Thoughts, we're going to talk about hunger and food drives and volunteering and food. And we're going to kind of talk about 5 ways that you can help fight hunger in your community.
Yes, because, I mean, last segment, we were talking about the food drive. So
yes, we were.
What other ways can we contribute to the community with the hunger issue? So one of them is go grocery shopping for food banks. Just actually make a list and go shopping for a local food bank.
Yeah, that's easy. And some places also, Joe, have where as you're checking out, you can buy a bag at the grocery store that
really?
goes directly to a local food pantry.
Okay.
I've seen that in different stores, in local stores and local grocery stores, which maybe could go to our second point is support local
grocery stores
and support brands that are giving back to their community.
Right. Yeah, if a lot of the local grocery stores are already involved in the community anyways with other charitable methods. So I imagine if you frequent them more often, they're gonna, and then contribute to the food bank, they're gonna be able to get it out a lot easier
Yes.
than.
You know, like we had Moulters. We have a Moulters
Yes.
Fresh Market here in Toma,
Mhm.
and we know that they've given back into the community.
Yes.
So if you're shopping local and you know that they're, you know, giving
Yeah.
back to their community food banks, and some products that they might feature are also making a difference in communities. You know, like I think of Ocean Spray, right?
Yes.
Like that's a, you know, even something as simple as Quick Trip, where you can go buy Quick Trip products at Quick Trip.
Yeah, each employee at Ocean Spray, they do have a set amount of juice they can donate to their favorite charity. So they have a certain allotment every year they can do that. So some of them team together and
That is so cool.
that's where you'll see that. And another thing is, this is more at the home. Stop wasting food.
Oh, isn't that good? That's a good point.
So in just in general, I mean, it's like food availability is starting to get scarce a little bit, and so maybe we just need a little bit more diligent on what we're buying and what we're consuming, and instead of grabbing 2 of everything, maybe grab what you just need.
And I kind of think of this, so this is something I've been doing during the COVID pandemic time, is eating the freezer food. I think people put stuff in their freezer
Yes.
and they forget it's in their freezer. I'm like, eat the freezer. So that's not like weird, but I mean, I've been saying that, like, we need to eat the freezer.
Yeah,
it goes to, like, you can't keep it forever.
You're going through your fridge and you look at everything, expired, you know, and it's it takes, you know, an effort to, you know what, you got to rotate your pantry, you got to rotate your freezer, rotate your, you know, dig in the back of the fridge, pull back what's in the back there. And
you know, and you might find a bottle of soy sauce you haven't used for 2 years. Like, really, you know, sometimes. So eat no food waste, right?
Try to reduce that, yes.
Yes. Okay, and let's another one. So volunteering at a local food bank.
Yes, your manpower, you can donate your time. There's a lot of local food banks that there's certain days that they're hit harder than others, and maybe they don't have availability. It's like during the business day, it's probably not easy to get, you know, a lot of volunteers. So maybe dedicate a certain day a month or a certain time of year that you go, and maybe make it a regular thing.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And just the maybe what we're doing right now, but also spreading the awareness of food shortages, of food, making you know.
Yeah, there's a lot. You can be, people like to, they travel in their own little glass bowl. Sometimes they don't get out and see, especially now that we're kind of quarantined and kind of being a little bit more pulled back from society. There is still a need out there, and if you go out and see, like our previous guest.
Yeah, Seth Yarkov, right?
They were delivering meals, but they were exposing themselves to all where the need was. So it can be very enlightening. So maybe volunteering for some of these organizations, you're going to get a greater idea of what actually is really affecting everybody.
Yeah. So really, you know, hunger and food, especially right now, people are still unemployed.
Yes.
And still waiting for unemployment checks and things like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, food's in the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, food, clothing, shelter.
That's the top. Yeah.
It's the top. And I know that we've also had in studio before guests talking about people being able to pay rent, electric bills, and even food banks that offer things like toothpaste, shampoo, laundry detergent, fabric soap. Those are expensive.
Yeah.
Cat litter is expensive. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's a lot of things people take for granted, and just when you go to the grocery store next, just have a side list with you, and then make it part of that trip that you're going to swing there, grab whatever you're going to get, and then make that stop at that food bank on the way back, and then just make that one solid trip. That way you don't have to inconvenience your time, but you're making time for others too at the same time.
Yeah, or cash, or make a money donation.
Oh, sure.
That's right. Well, we want to thank all of you for joining your Hometown News, where we're connecting you to the community.